Okay, let's get started. So, right now I'm basically just placing everything on the table that you need to remove the wig. Hair ties to hold the hair back, brush to brush the hair, non-acetone nail polish remover for taking off the wig, and a spoon, and obviously the doll. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just like brushing her hair back because it's just easier for me to work with it that way. If it isn't already obvious, the doll I'm using for this is a Chrissa doll. And the reason I decided to use her as my base is because I had one and then I bought another one from a friend who gave me like a whole chest, like a whole wardrobe closet with clothes and 2 dolls. And I don't really like having doubles of my dolls. So I basically just took whichever one was in the better condition to keep as my Chrissa, and whichever one like needed a bit more work, I used that one to customize. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And also that black square that's going to be throughout the whole video, it's just me blocking out my shirt because kids could be watching, I don't know. And there's like a word that kids shouldn't really be seeing or saying, so that's why that's there. Okay, so I've set out 2 cotton balls, as you see, and I'm just like drenching them in the nail polish remover, and then I'm just gonna like let it soak through the wig cap to like loosen up the glue. Like it's very helpful instead of just like quickly dabbing it. And I'm just going in with my spoon and finding the weakest point and just starting from there. I was also using the back because the back of the spoon was really flat, so it was just easier to get in there and like hit which spots needed to come off. Would be the word I use? I don't know. But yeah, it was like a pretty quick removal. Only took a couple minutes. Yeah, she left a lot of hairs behind. And so at the end of this portion, you'll see that I just take some scissors and just snip off all the rest of the bits. Just to like get those loose ends out. Yeah, at this part, like the wig came off really easy. So like at the end, when it was just the back half, I just like ripped it off. Well, not really ripped it, just like tugged at it because it was already pretty loose. But yeah, now you see me just taking my scissors, cutting it off all the loose ends, getting the hair off the body. And yeah, before anyone says anything, I noticed the leg. I corrected that. But still, somehow, I think now that she's all done and customized, now I have to go in and tighten her legs again. Because I don't think I realized when I was fixing her how loose her legs were. Or I just wasn't being careful and just loosened her legs throughout the process. But anyway, here I am right now doing her makeup before I add on the wig or anything. Specifically the eyeliner. So I went in with a brown color only because recently Billie Eilish posted that makeup routine video where she used like brown eyeliner. So I just wanted to try that out on one of the dolls, see how that looked. But the thing is, I am not good at putting makeup on them. So at the end, or like when I show her, you'll see like her makeup on her eyes wasn't very good. But like that's something I still have to learn. So until then, I'm just gonna deal with it. So when I do these customizations, I do not seal their faces because I always want to make sure I can go in and change it later on in case. Because I don't know, like I don't know sometimes if that's gonna be like the final look. Like maybe I just want the doll to have a change in like her whole look. And so I can just wipe off all the makeup. Or like whatever I used to put on her face. And here I am right now just checking her face to make sure things are kind of even. But like nothing's ever really even. So what I'm doing right here is I grabbed a couple colored pencils, which I thought would be good for her lip color, but that didn't really end up working well. So you'll see like after this, I even tried to like seal it, but like that just wasn't working either way. So I go in after this with acrylic paint in a similar color to what I was going for, and that worked out a lot better. Like you see it right here, like I'm just mixing up the acrylics. I think this part specifically, I don't think this one was for her lips. I think this one was for her cheeks, which I also messed up. So yeah, during this process, I'm not the greatest at starting things out. So my first round on everything is always trial and error. So yeah, what you'll see is I will coat her face in pink acrylic paint for her blush, but I'll fix it. But trust me, it was horrible. But I think I only did that because that technique worked when I did another custom doll that's in my collection, and like it just works so much better on that doll. But yeah, it wasn't working for this doll. But also this one, I wanted a similar vibe to that doll that I have, but not the exact same. Like, they could be best friends type of vibe for them. And yeah, I very much don't think I can do this that well all the time. But I actually do really love customizing the dolls. It's just kind of a calming process. And this part right now that's being shown is I finally decided to take off her head to do everything, because that just gives me more, I get more accuracy when I'm painting and drawing, when there's no like body in the way, but I have to like position certain ways. And I don't really mind the table. I should have said this at the beginning, but that's like my art table / creative table. So it's just a mess from like years of me doing a bunch of different crafts and stuff. Like, that's my main table I use. So that's the reason that's a mess. Yeah, now I'm going in with like a pink chalk pastel after removing all of the paint, or most of the paint. And I'm going in with a chalk pastel because that's giving me like a better look of her blush. So yeah, the combo of like the paint as the base, but then the pastel really worked out for me. Probably the best decision I've made this whole process. But as you see, I'm like going in with a magic eraser at times and removing all the bad spots. Add a couple freckles. I don't know if I do them at this part too, but I'm basically just finishing. Yeah, I'm doing the freckles. So I'm just touching up on the eyeliner, adding freckles, doing just whatever basics I need to do to make her perfect, for me at least. I don't like doing eyebrows, so I just left her eyebrows the same, but that worked out. Like, I don't think that messed up her look or anything. Trying to think. Oh yeah. So not only is there a pink pastel, they use red, as you can see. And yeah, I just really need to get like close to do most of those things. I definitely need to find other techniques to do freckles, because I feel like every time I do freckles, they're not okay. Like, I like adding freckles to my dolls, but they just never work out for me the way I want. Even if I keep the dolls the way they are after I do that, it's just, I guess over time they get better, but most of the time I'm just like, I wish I could have done it different. Which I might. That's, like I mentioned before, why I don't seal them, because there's always something I want to change. So when I do eventually learn, when I do learn a new technique to do freckles, I'll probably go back in on all of my dolls and just redo them. If I like them. If I want to. Yeah, this part's me putting piercings into the doll. So I'm giving her a septum piercing. I don't know why, I just thought it would fit because my other custom has a nose stud, so I was thinking, okay, I've done the piercings before, I'll try a different kind on this one. So I do her nose and I do her ears. That's one of my favorite things. It gives them all an individuality, and I also think it makes them look a bit older, because sometimes I just don't really like them looking like cutesy little girls. Sometimes I just like them to have certain like aesthetics or vibes, whatever you want to say. You see, I really had to heat up the head, and like right there I'm looking over which piercings I wanted to use. So the pack of hoops I got them off of Amazon. Same with the studs. And it's just like a pack of like 30. And they're all different kinds of colors. For the hoops, you get like 5 of the same color in each row. And I ended up going with the gold hoop for her septum. And then I went with blue studs for her ears. And at this part, this is finally where I'm fixing her lips. I think I cut it out, but I had to like peel off what I sealed her lips with, which was Mod Podge. And so now I'm just going in, mixing the color, which I definitely shouldn't have had to mix that much. I think I just wasted my own paint doing all that, because the color I used, I had it like at this point right before I mixed in that pink. So yeah, there's that. I'm putting her head back on her body so I can put her wig on. Yay. The wig I had for this doll, I'm finally using it after having it for a year. I think I got the wig in January 2024, and I did this custom in January 2025. So it's been a whole year since I had this wig, because I bought it originally for one of my very first dolls that I was sending into the doll hospital to get fixed before I customized her, because she needed a lot of work. But then when I got her back, she was just too cute. So I kept her as she is, and then I had no idea what to use this wig for until the idea popped in for me to customize Chrissa. The doll it was originally for was a Just Like You 21, who I named Persephone. And I do truly believe she would have looked beautiful in this wig, but I kept her the same because she had her little ringlets, and I was like, that's so cute. I don't have a name for this doll, so recommendations would be good, because I have, I think, 26 dolls, and I do have names for some, but this one, I actually really like how she turned out. I just don't have a name for her. And I have no idea. As you see, I lathered her whole head in glue. I covered that whole thing. And then I attached it, which my camera cut off. But here's how she looks with the wig. Yay. And now at this part, I'm sectioning off her hair because I'm about to give her a haircut. Because the length of the wig definitely was not part of how I wanted her to look. I needed her hair a little bit shorter. I kind of wanted her to look like she had maybe given herself an at-home haircut, or that her and her best friend had a sleepover and they just on a whim decided, hey, let's just cut my hair. So that's what I'm doing. So I think I cut most of this out, but yeah, I just sectioned off the front half because I wanted to give her some type of bangs or leave out section. But what I didn't think about was how hard it's gonna be to do her hair afterwards. But I like the style I got going on right now, which you'll see at the end. But yeah, so see, that was a big chop from there. And that's pretty much how it's gonna go the whole time. I just did a blunt cut throughout most of her hair, and then in the front I just cut what bangs I thought were fitting. But the thing is, most of the bangs that I cut, I didn't even leave out in that style that I gave her. But I think that gives me more of an opportunity to try different things with that style, because all hair is different, and you can always style hair any way that you want it. But I'm not that good with the haircut I gave her, like styling that. And it's also just so harder because she's a doll. But that's my thing. I need to learn. But I think she looks beautiful in the end. And that's all that matters. She's basically done. So at this point, I'm just brushing out her hair. I actually didn't finish this until a week later, but here she is. Here's the finished product. As you see, she's absolutely beautiful, and I love her. And what I put her in is I made a t-shirt and some pajama pants, and I just used heat transfer paper and put the album cover for 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance on it, because it matches one of my t-shirts. So now she can match me, and I can use it for whatever dolls. But I think that really matches her. And I actually do have a matching set for my other custom doll, because like I said, I wanted them to be like best friends. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, subscribe if you like. I'll probably put some links in the bottom for everything. And my Instagram too. Okay. Bye.